Kev, the audio guy, bringing you short, informative videos in plain English on how to create clean, creative audio. All right, Waves, a premier manufacturer of audio plugins, has released a new effects plugin called Kaleidoscopes. Kaleidoscopes is a really versatile modulation-based tool, but honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the most unique thing about Kaleidoscopes has not really been talked about, and that is, it's a dual modulation effect that can be triggered by an audio signal. All right, in plain English, this means I can create DJ-style stutter effects with modulation. So here it is. I've created a Dilla-style hip-hop track. The core of this track is a 2-bar loop with no effects. I'll switch Kaleidoscope into that 2-bar loop, and I'll switch its presets. Here we go. All right, let's see how I did this. Okay, Kaleidoscopes is open, and since it's 2 effects in one, I see both of its engines labeled Effect 1 and Effect 2. Now, if your screen looks different than mine, click right here to show all the controls. Let's establish a clean starting point. Click right up here on the Load menu and select the preset Full Reset. Okay. I want to create a rhythm-based preset, so I need to make 7 initial changes. First, I'll turn on Master Sync right down here. This will synchronize both of Kaleidoscope's engines to my session tempo. Watch the controls on each engine right up here and right here. So I'll switch this. Perfect. Next, I'll set these 2 engines in parallel. So I'll click right up here to activate parallel mode. Now I'll turn up the level controls of each engine. So here is Effects 1's level, and here Effects 2 level. Next, the dry level control, right down here. This controls the mix of the direct versus the effect sound. For rhythm-based presets, I only want to hear the effect sound, so I'll turn this all the way down. Okay, let's turn on Effect 1 right up here. And let's do a level adjustment. Now this is important if you're building a rhythm-based effect. Let's play the loop. Okay, playing the loop, Kaleidoscopes is adding some gain. I know that because my output meter right up here is a lot hotter than my input meter right here. Also, if I bypass the effect, I hear a gain difference. Let's stop this. Let's set our output control right here to -10. And we'll turn up our channel fader over here just to compensate a little bit. Let's play that loop again. Okay, now the meters look even, and if I bypass the effect, the level sounds about the same. Okay, next, right down here are our gate controls. A gate is basically an on-off switch for audio, but how the on-off switch gets activated is defined by these controls right here. I'll set trigger 1 right here to re-trigger, and I'll make sure that this switch is selected to energy, and it is. Okay, let's play the loop. Okay, the loop is playing. I see the signal right up here on my input meter, but I don't hear anything. That's because the threshold control right here is turned up too high, so the gate is currently switched off. I'll turn the threshold to its other extreme, and we hear audio. And the kaleidoscope display right here represents the signal that's going through. Stop that. I call the threshold control the when control, meaning when the incoming audio level is higher than my threshold setting, turn the sound on. And when the incoming audio level is lower than my threshold setting, turn the sound off. Okay, let's turn our threshold control until we hear audio breaking up. So right here, for this loop, I think that's about -24. So I'll just double click, hit -24. Let's play this. Now the audio is so close to the threshold setting that it's turning the audio on and off rapidly, so it sounds like it's breaking up. I want to set this gate so that once it's triggered, it will stay on for a set duration. That duration should be a 30-second note. For that, I'll set the length control right here to 30-second note. Let's hear this. Okay, it's still bumpy, but it's cleaner. So the on-off control of our gate is currently controlled by the incoming audio signal. I want it to be controlled by the rhythm of my drum track. That brings us to these SC controls right here, here, and here. SC stands for sidechain control. Okay, what's a sidechain? All right, here's how this works, and here's how you set this in Ableton Live. Right down here, I see the device box for Kaleidoscopes. There's a sidechain pull-down menu right here. I'll click on it, and I see every track in my session. I'll select right here, track 5, Dilla Beat. Okay, to confirm that this is set properly, I'll play my track. I'll select SC Listen right here, and I should hear the Dilla Beat track. Let's do it. All right, that works. All right, now I'll play the track and I'll click right here as the track is playing on Use SC. Let's listen to this. Okay, that's a nice sound and rhythm, but I want the stereo image of this effect to be a bit more dramatic. Let's duplicate our trigger 1 settings right in here over to trigger 2. With one exception, I'll max out trigger 2's attack control. So I'll max that out now. Set this to re-trigger. Set this guy to use SC. I believe we have this set to 1/32 note. And threshold to -24. Now, the rotate 1 control right here is a pan control for effect 1. And the rotate 2 control right here is a pan control for effect 2. I'll pan effect 1 to the left. I'll pan rotate 2 to the right. Let's hear this with the drums. Here we go. Perfect. There's a preset right there, and we haven't even used modulation yet. Okay, watch this. I'll switch each of the triggers from energy to rhythm. Let's hear this. Nice. There's another preset. All right, I'll switch the triggers back to energy. Okay, let's add some modulation, but not just regular modulation. Let's add some groove-based modulation. Effect 1 is currently set to the phaser tab right up here. Let's set character right here to 2. Let's set speed to half note. Let's select res or resonance to -1. I'll turn width all the way up. And let's put depth to 50. All right, now on to effect 2. Effect 2 is currently set to flanger. So right up here, let's select the tremolo tab. Let's set character to 2. Speed will go to quarter note. We'll double click on level and set it to 9. And we'll turn our depth all the way up. Last but not least, Let's set trigger 2 right down here from retrigger to simple. Okay, I just added a phaser to the left speaker and a tremolo effect to the right speaker. Let's hear this with a beat. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.